Have you ever noticed that sometimes we think we are managing love, but in reality, we're trying to control it? Love, which is supposed to be spontaneous and full of surprise, slowly turns into a project to manage. This imprint whispers a quiet belief. I have to be perfect to be loved. If I make mistake, love will disappear. It's a survival strategy we learned early on, a way to earn affection and avoid rejection. Yoo-hoo! Welcome to Galaxy Manifesto. This is Yvonne. On the journey of learning love and wisdom, we're never alone. A warm welcome if this is your first time here. This is a channel where we use color perception method as a gateway to inner exploration, learning to awaken our sixth sense, dive into the subconscious, and walk the path of self-healing and greater happiness. Today, we're going to explore the third and fourth aspect of the energy in the yellow on top, deep yellow on the bottom color combinations. They're the happiness and trauma imprints and psychological imbalance. Deep inside each of us, our subconscious holds two emotional film negatives about love. One is happiness imprint, and the other is a trauma imprint. They're like two sides of a coin. One side shines with warmth and gentle light, while the other holds pain that hasn't yet healed. The yellow on top, the yellow on bottom energy represents a love that feels warm, stable, and structured. It usually roots in the time we were treated with care and fairness, like those regular family dinners during our teenage years, or later in life, meeting a partner who's reliable, keeps promises, and shows up constantly. This experience quietly teaches the subconscious to be loved means to feel safe and supported. So, when you meet someone steady and genuine as an adult, your inner child happily say, I know this feeling. I can relax and love freely. That's your happiness imprint at work. It helps you build secure attachments where you believe you are worthy of love and trust that others can be relied upon too. But what about the other side of that coin? If, as children, we face harsh, unpredictable, or emotional absence authority figures, like being constantly criticized, ignored, or only receiving love when we were good enough, our subconscious may carry a trauma imprint. This imprint whispers a quiet belief. I have to be perfect to be loved. If I make mistake, love will disappear. It's a survival strategy we learned early on, a way to earn affection and avoid rejection. But as adults, it often becomes fear and defensiveness. Those who have been betrayed may grow suspicious of love. Those who have been abandoned may live with constant anxiety, worrying that one day their partner will suddenly leave. Imagine this: your partner forgets your birthday. Someone with a strong happiness imprint might think, it's okay, they're just busy, I know they still love me. But someone with a deep trauma imprint might immediately feel pain rise up. See, no one ever truly cares about me. The difference isn't the event itself, it's about which imprint gets triggered. One awakens trust, while the other reacts pain and insecurity. The good news is, these imprints can be rewritten. Through new experience and healthy emotional connection, we can gradually replace the old negatives with brighter ones. Every honest conversation, every moment of being understood, every time you bravely express your true feelings, all of this plant new golden seeds in your subconscious. Over time, the trauma imprints fade, and the happiness imprints grow stronger and brighter. In tarot, the upright emperor represents structure and safety. It's a reminder that we too can rebuild new emotional order within ourselves, one based on love and trust. And the fiery energy of Aries encourages us to be brave and proactive, creating new positive experience rather than waiting for them to happen. Because the past doesn't define your destiny, you always have the power to take back ownership and write a new chapter in your love story. Have you ever noticed that sometimes we think we are managing love, but in reality, we're trying to control it? That's what happens when the yellow light shining over the earth energy goes out of balance. The warmth and stability it represents start turning into pressure. When your subconscious clinging too tightly to the idea that everything must go according to the plan for me to feel safe, anxiety, perfectionism, and even obsessive behavior quietly appears. Your inner logic becomes, if things get messy, that means I'm not safe. So you might find yourself constantly tense in love. The schedule has to be perfect. The conversation must go as expected. And if your partner replies late, your heart starts racing. Love, which is supposed to be spontaneous and full of surprise, slowly turns into a project to manage. From the view of color psychology, overly bright yellow overstimulates the nervous system, while overly deep yellow suppresses emotions. When the two overlaps expressively, it feels like pressing the gas and brake at the same time. Part of you wants control, but another part longs to relax. Your body starts reflecting that tension, constantly checking your phone, losing sleep from overthinking, or overreacting to small things. All of this is your inner child saying, I need control because I'm scared of being hurt again. For people who grow up in unstable or emotional unpredictable environments, this pattern is even more common. When love and safety were inconsistent in childhood, we learned that control equals protection. But ironically, the same control later strangles love's natural flow, and trust becomes harder to maintain. When we bring this unhealed wound into relationship, our inner emperor starts issuing chaotic commands. Some people try to dominate everything, some become overly dependent, some swing emotionally, while others, scared by betrayal, become suspicious or jealous. Even though these behaviors look different, at their core, they all come from the same subconscious voice. I'm scared. I need to protect myself. Yet, this overprotection often kills the warmth and openness that love needs to thrive. But the good news is, there's always a way to shift. Once you are willing to see the wound behind your reaction and gently understand where it came from, defense can turn into choices. The upward emperor energy reminds us that we can rebuild inner order. And Aries fire tells us, be brave. You can choose a new way to love. So take a moment to ask yourself, is there a recurring pattern in your relationship that keeps pulling you back? And when it shows up again, can you pause, take a deep breath, and tell your younger self, it's okay, I have grown up now, I don't need control to feel safe anymore. I can relax into love and trust that I will be loved in return. In our next episode, I will be sharing more about developing our intuitive connection to color and its spiritual meaning. Gratitude to the universe. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share so more people can discover the meaning and beauty of color and spiritual intuition. See you next time. Yoo-hoo!